the one and only Amir Ali. Thank you very much. Can you hear me?
And then I started doing more research and I found you, and I hate doing a video, but the coaching calls was one of the things. And then you had another video that caught my eye where it was specific, outside of the PMP, but I knew this is real content. This is things that will be on exam, right?
I did hard work for sure, but I think the follow-up, sir, you did. I don't know how you managed to do the follow-up with one particular student like me. You have hundreds of students. You're just keeping an eye on each of the students. So after my hard work, I can say that the credit goes to you, sir. That is for sure.
Hi Amir, good morning. Yes, I cleared the exam. Thank you so much for your support. And this has happened only because of that customized roadmap and mocks, and you always keep on asking us to do proper RCA, detailed RCA. It happened only because of the detailed RCA. Yes, this RCA helped me a lot.
Thank you for all this guidance and support you gave me. Mr. Amir, thanks for our team.
So I was just looking at his post, who cleared the PMP, and he used to post the success stories on daily basis. So I reached out to Alina and I asked her how is this program or something. So she said you can trust him and you should join this program if you are looking for it.
It was a very customized base feedback that I was getting from sir, from you.
So yes, follow-up is very important, and thank you very much for that. It made me accountable. If you didn't ask me this often, I would have slacked off more.
I would say your course was super important. I think this was the main part, once you understand the course, and then I think the mocks were super important. Your emphasis on mocks, you kept nagging us that, get this mock done, do RCA. All of this was super helpful because questions were they were similar. So yeah, mocks were, there are so many mocks that you have, and if you do all of them, I'm pretty sure anybody who goes, who does them can easily clear a PMP.
Amir, first of all, thank you so much. I think without your guidance, it took me 1 year, one complete year. I was preparing for PMP through books and everything. So I was giving some mocks also available online, and I was not able to, have that confidence that I'll be able to clear. But I'm telling you, after attending the classes, especially after doing the mocks, doing the RCAs, I was feeling confident enough that yes, I can attempt it. And the day you told me to book your exam, I still asked you that are you sure that I can give the exam? And you said yes, you are ready.
First of all, I thank you a lot for the privilege, because when I started encounter with your program through LinkedIn, so some of your talks, always motivating me, I can do it. So I always follow you, almost everything, all your journeys. I watch all of them, even the one that they speak in your local language.
So that was not an easy journey, and it would not be possible without you. I really appreciate the support. He was always available for my questions and always put me in the right direction. And actually, if I want to say how was the journey, my journey started 2 years back when I first called you for the SP, and then you directed me to PMP, and then we did SP after that, and then you tricked me to do the PGMP.
Thank you so much, and again, Amir, thank you so much, and your mocks are really good. I mean, yeah, please, everyone should do your mock for sure, and then they will be all prepared for the exam. And trust your program.
And then you came with your follow-ups, and that kind of really boosted me. Those daily follow-ups, making sure that I was getting the mocks that I needed to do completed, and following up on me, it really boosted my motivation again. And as I was started doing those mocks, I got an opportunity for a job which required me to have PMP. So I had to book for PMP before I get the interview.
Mostly coaching goal is for you understand how you will solve the question. Mostly it is like that. We can only do the 10 or 12 questions, maybe less than that. But main thing is it will come into your bones that you have to do elimination technique. So you cannot go just, okay, this is the answer, I will go directly put this answer. That is the main thing. It will come into you that you have to do elimination technique. That is the best thing for coaching all.
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah, with the right guidance from yourself, I managed to do good in the exam and to clear the PMP. I would say that your approach was really helpful because I'm not that type of a person who would sit there and read a lot of theoretical things to get things done. I'm more of a practical person who would prefer practicing over sticking to the theoreticals. And
I would definitely say that the root cause analysis for me was the key. And here's why. Is some people try so hard to memorize all the processes and how they're all linked together. And if you do this, then you got to do that. And some people, maybe they think that way. That was very hard for me. It was just a lot to memorize. I'm not Amer Ali. I can't do that. So for me, just the process of actually answering the questions with your technique of process of elimination. And then you're left with always like two answers. Which one do you do? And if you get it wrong, you have to go do the root cause analysis. So thank you, sir. Yeah, thank you very much for everything. Fantastic. I would not have done as well as I had done if I hadn't had the foundation that you gave me, for sure.
Who here wants to be successful? Raise your hands.
Risk and secondary risks. And this is about all about risk, and when these plans will be made, we can execute them. So this is all about this one. Let me see. Yeah, I think so. Chandra, can you take from there? Take it from here.
Chandra, come please.
We cannot hear you, Chandra, if you are
Chandra,
speaking.
we cannot hear you.
Yeah. Am I audible now, sir?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the next one is quality. So the quality, the first one is like the standards of quality, that is external and the internal ones. And then for quality itself, we have a benchmark where we can compare with what we are going to do with the stuff. And next one is quality. It goes to cost of quality, which is cost of conformance and cost of non-conformance. And the next part is quality metrics, which is also known as the key performance index, where the inspection is there, checklist, spread sheets, and the sampling is there. And then we have the quality tools where frequency distribution, Pareto principles, scatter diagram, fishbone or Ishikawa, control charts, and the Mindmaps are used. And okay. And the next one we will have is the procurement process, where procurement usually goes with the first option is make or buy, which is required skills are available, and if we can do it as a cost effective, then we go for make or buy. And next one is the direct procurement, where it is like the sole source and the single source. Sole source is known as example is iPhone, and the single source is known as Android, which has one brand or more than different brands which are available, like one platform and different brands. And next one is source selection criteria. Source selection criteria. So it goes with reviews, past experience, best technical expertise, and the relevant experiences. And then we have the types of contract, that is detailed, DOC, and high level, and time and material. So the detailed DOC we have is like the fixed price contract, fixed price incentive fee, and fixed price award fee, and also the fixed price economic adjustment contract. And in high level, we have is like the cost reimbursable type, which is cost plus incentive fee and the cost plus award fee. And then it is time and material, which is pay as we go. Example is like we are lending something or any services. And then we go into the procurement strategy in the procurement, that is types of procurement, types of contract, and the types of delivery. And next one, we go into the execution plan, where the stakeholder engagement plan is already, which we have done, we will implement it. In parallel to that, we go with the procurement, where we advertise and we negotiate. Where in the advertisement, we go with a request for information request for proposal, request for quotation. So the request, all these requests for items are going into the bidder conference, and we do the execute request for procurement. And then we go into the negotiation, where the negotiation, mediation, arbitration, and litigation is being done.
Litigation.
It's fine, no issues. So I think Ali Raza, you can take over from there.
I see that is done. We could then complete the.
I did it indeed. Exercise. Yeah, who is doing that?
Yeah, so that's all from our side.
Okay, that you guys took less time. Okay, but it was a good mind map. How many people explained it from your team? How many people explained it from your team? Me?
Recording in progress.
Sorry, my Zoom crashed. So how many people explained from your team? Okay. 5 people. Okay, 3 people. Okay. Team 4, your turn. Bilal, Umair, Yasir, Asif, Shima, Moiz, Rafe, Amjad. Team 4. Team 4, please start. Who's doing from Team 4?
Savai, can you share screen, please?
Okay.
Yeah, okay. You can see my screen here.
Okay, yeah, we
Yes,
can see the
visible.
Yeah.
So this is the project in the cycle Mindmap we have prepared. All right. So first of all, we have here on the left side the definitions for the portfolio, program, and the project. All right. So beside that, we have organization structure, functional organization, project oriented, and metrics organizations. The 3 metrics: big, strong, and balanced. Then PM office, roles, supportive, controlling, and directive. So beside that, we'll go to the phases of the project. The initiation phase, planning, execution, marketing, control, and closing. So in initiation phase, we have project charter, assumption law. All right. And after that, we have stakeholder management. In stakeholder management, we have identify stakeholder. You can hear me, Manuel?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, it will be a little bit noisy here. Okay, so we have identified stakeholders through PAEF, expert judgment workshop, stakeholder register, stakeholder analysis, up and downward, sideways. 3 analysis we have: stakeholder prioritization, our interest metrics, stakeholder view, and the sales model. Yes, someone has a question. Yes, Nitesh.
Can you go to the definition of program? Yeah, it's collision of related projects, not relevant.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's collection actually.
It must be related.
Good job, Mitesh. Okay, please continue, guys. Please continue, Asif.
Okay, so further to that, we have a stakeholder management. Okay, engagement strategy. In engagement strategy, we have engagement metrics that consist of unaware, resistant, neutral, supportive, and lead. Further to that, we have to get the stakeholder engagement approval.
Okay, so the sponsor or change control board. And then we have the planning phase. We have 18 plans. So you just mentioned the important five. Project management plan, resource management planning, risk management plan, this quality management plan, and communication management. And then we have the types, predictive, adaptive, and hybrid. So after that, I think someone can take over from here.
I'll do that. So, sir, here in execution, we have time, work, and quality management. Asifa, you can just navigate the screen as I speak. In monitoring and control, we wrote down the three types where we can analyze. So, actual versus plan, variance analysis, and change request where we have to change something. In closing, we mentioned either it's accepted, rejected, what will be the lesson learned, and we will record it, and releasing of the team, which is a part of closure. In rejection, we will close, and it will probably go also into a river, which we ran out of time, and then it will be accepted. Asifa, you can go on the other side, please. Then, sir, we mentioned communication. And communication, we mentioned the 4 R's, basically who, what, where, and when, which is very important for that communication management plan. And what will be the strategy based on the factors, either cultural, political, or what will be the communication requirements. What will be the method? Either we will go into push, pull, either combinative or interactive. And the channel and the formula, we also wrote down n-1 divided by 2, which channel we will use. Then this will also transform into work performance data, which will then get into a work performance report, and that it will be shared with the relevant stakeholder. Besides that, sir, in teams, this topic we took a lot of time in. So identify resource and skill. So we would do that either in respect to the project requirement, either with the SWOT analysis or any other analysis we have. In the team structure, we'll see either it's virtual, physical, hybrid. In virtual, we'll have to see time zones, the skill level, collaboration, and also the cost. How we will recruit with the required skills, that is also important. And in the team charter, we'll lay the ground rules, conflict resolution, the decision-making processes, and how emotionally intelligent the team is and how we are managing it. In team management, we'll see the guide through Tuckman stages. We wrote down forming, storming, which are the 5 steps: norming, performing, and adjourning. Sir, this is where our time ran out, and we.
Okay, not bad, team. Good job. Okay, team 3. Amar, myself, Balaji, Ikram, Jain, Yusuf, 2 time Dinesh. So Dinesh, you should give 2 more effort now. So you are 2 time there. Okay. Room 3. Breakout room 3, please.
Yeah, I will share first. I can share it. So I will cover this projects and the agile part. So this is the so from PMP there is portfolio. So in portfolio there is program, which is group of related projects, and then there are projects are there, and there is operations is there, which is part of functions. So in projects there is a predictive type of projects, fixed scope, single delivery. There is iterative projects, there is varied scope and single delivery, and incremental, where is fixed scope, multiple delivery. And then comes the agile, which are all part of adaptive projects. So in agile, there is 3 roles: project owner, scrum master, and development team. So project owner is who defines the value and voice of customer. Servant leader is a grease. Scrum master is servant leader who works as a grease between project owner and development team. And development team is a group of self-motivated individuals. And then there are 4 values: customer collaboration over contract negotiation, respond to change over following a plan, working software over comprehensive documentation, individual interaction over process and tools. There are 12 principles followed by these 4 values. There is 5 major events: sprint planning, sprint review, which is demo and grooming, and sprint retrospective, which have 5 stages, and daily stand-up. And then there is 3 artifacts are there: product backlog, where we prioritize and define the story points. Then there is a sprint backlog, there is product increment, and there is 1 spike is there. So 2 types: architectural spike and risk spike. And there is 4 major information indicators which we use: burn up chart, burn down chart, task board, and Kanban board. And now from the project process groups, there are 5 project process groups. Balaji, you can continue from here.
Yeah. Can you increase it because I can't read?
Yeah.
From the project groups.
Yeah.
So wait. Yeah, from the project groups, we have pre-initiation stage. In the pre-initiation stage, we have 2 different this models. One is in the initial stage, business case and benefit management plan, where we need to make the need assessment, and then we move on to initiate. There are 5 stages. The first stage is initiation. In the initiation stage, we have 3 things to do: the project charter, assumption log, and stakeholder register. Project charter is a high-level document which we get approval, and after that we need to make assumption logs. So where we need to assess all the things, and then we need to go for a stakeholder register where we identify, analyze, and prioritize. In the identification stages, we have subject matter experts from focus groups, workshops, OPAs, and EEFs. And in the analyzation stage, we have upward, downward, sideward, like from things, and we go, and then we need to prioritize, like a power influence matrix, power cubes, and challenge models. And then can you scroll it down? We go for the planning stage.
Yeah.
And the plannings, we have 18 plans, and the 18 plans comes under like quality management plan, risk management plan. Those things are there. So can you move up? So I will go for one by one the subtopics.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have stakeholder engagement. First, I will start with stakeholder management plan. We have strategies and stakeholder engagement matrix. So in the strategies, we strategize in the initial stages, and after that, we engage into for 5 things. We need to identify whether what are the stakeholder engagement plan, like unaware, resistive, neutral, supportive, and leading. And then I go with the risk management plan. So we did not add the risk.
Yeah, we went into the risk register, I think, then risk management plan.
Yeah.
There's communication management plan, you can cover.
Yeah. We have 4 hours, right information, right time, right people to make the right impact. And we have the tools like political awareness, emotional intelligence, which is divided into 5 categories: self-awareness, self-management, social skills, empathy, and motivational factors. And then the cultural sensitivity and active listening. These comprises under tools. And we have a communication plan. What are the types of communication? There are 3 types: pull, push, interactive, and the method of the mode of communication, which we have co-location, which is also called as osmotic communication, and we have visual communication. Then we go for the scope management plan, where we have the product requirements and the requirement traceability matrix. And then can you take someone?
Dinesh, you can take from here.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. So it is a quality management plan. Quality management has quality standards, which is the internal and the external.
Dinesh, mute the other. Your both accounts are unmuted. Please mute one account. There's echo otherwise.
Yeah, yes. So cost of quality has a cost of conference and cost of and types of quality, which includes audit, inspection, checklist, check sheet, control chart, response diagram, for questionnaires and surveys, histogram and scatter diagram, and Pareto chart. So when it comes to the procurement, which we make a plan or buy decision, and which has a source of procurement, open market, direct procurement, and direct procurement as 2 schedule, which has a single source and a sole source. the procurement statement of work, which we have to form after the and which has a detailed document, which has a detailed documentation scope, which will falls into the term fixed price incentive, fixed price award, fixed price economic price adjustment. And we have come to the high level scope, which has the cost reimbursement mode, cost reimbursement plus initiative, plus reimbursement plus award, and the time and material contract. We will form the procurement strategy. And when it comes to the resource management plan, we will identify the resource for the project, and we will acquire and develop the research and for the development, which has 3 categories: training, coaching, and mentorship throughout the project. And we will feed it into the elective chart, which is the responsibility, accountability, consult, and inform. And we have a RAM, responsibility, assignment matrix. So the baseline performance for the scope, which has a project scope statement, work breakdown structure, work breakdown directory, the schedule, milestone list, activity list. So we have activity relationship. It's a start, finish to finish, finish to start, start to start, finish to finish activity. And which has attributes.
That is start to finish on the last.
Okay. When we come to the cost.
Then cost based level. Yeah, Dinesh, you can continue.
Yeah. Cost activity, cost contingency reserve, and management reserve. So this topic you can cover some.
Yeah, so in risk topic, there's a risk register. So this is identifying the risk through SME focus group workshops, OPF, EEF, and SWOT analysis. And then we prioritize the risk through qualitative and quantitative method. There is risk matrix for qualitative and quantitative. We use influence diagram, sensitivity analysis, Monte Carlo analysis. Then we define the risk owner and the risk response strategy. For negative risk, there are 5 types of strategy: avoid, mitigate, transfer, escalate, and accept. And for positive risk, there is exploit, enhance, share, and escalate. Then comes to the execution phase. It is where we get the work done, and team charter will be formed, issue log will be maintained, risk reports will be maintained there. And then comes the monitoring and control process, where we compare the plan versus the actual, raise and manage the change request, and maintain the change log. And then finally, we come to the closing stage, where the product is accepted. Then the procurement closure, we prepare the lesson learned register and documents and reports. That's it.
Done? Complete?
Yeah.
Shubham,
Yeah.
you took that job of 2 persons today? You did 2 times.
No.
You studied a night. Okay. Group 2.
I cut short in the beginning.
Chetali, Mitesh, Pratap, Shunu. Shunu, still you did not send me your name. Tasavvur Abid. Okay, team 2, please.
Just a second. You are muted now. All right. So our team began with defining the project, basically a temporary endeavor, fixed duration, and have a definite start and end date. And then we went ahead to define the organization type in the project, program, portfolio. So the sorry, just a second. I'm sorry about this. All right. So the definition of project is, of course, a single project. Program is a collection of the projects, related projects, and portfolio is a collection of projects, program, and operation. We went ahead defining the business values, which will be bifurcated into tangible and the intangible. I think in intangible, this is to be intangible, not intangible. My bad. Business case, we will derive a business case which is equal to benefit of project by cost, which will define the ROI, and we'll have a business management plan. Once we have done this analysis, we get to the need assessment phase, where we will define, where we have these two documents. Then we went ahead defining the 5 phases of the project. We started with the initiation. The initiation where we have our project charter, stakeholder, assumption log. Project charter, of course, has high-level scope, schedule, cost, stakeholder, risk, quality in that. For planning, we have different plans, and I would like to pick up the PMP. Under PMP, we talked about the stakeholder management plan, basically the way of identifying the stakeholder and then their analysis is basically through the expert judgment, focus group workshops, and the different project documents, which is the business case, the benefit management plan, the OPs, the pestles, and the project. So the project documents, and on the stakeholder analysis, we would consider categorizing and prioritizing, categorizing in internal and external, and in prioritizing, we looked at the power interest matrix, defining the low power, low interest, where we will need to monitor. Low power, high interest, we'll have to keep informed. High power and low interest, keep satisfied, and high power, high interest, monitor closely. So this is all about stakeholders. Then we moved ahead, talked about the resource management plan. We talked about the resource type of resources, human, money, machine, and material. We also talked about 4 steps of resource management, where we would acquire, develop, manage, control, and train. We also look at the resource calendar and their where it talks about what is the available resource at our disposal. And while doing the activity in parallel, we also look at RACI, which is Responsibility Accountability Consultant Firm, and responsibility assignment metrics. We looked at different types of leadership, where servant leadership, laissez-faire, which is delegate, transactional, avoiding, direct, consultative, and transformation. Anybody wants to take over, or should I continue?
I can go next. The next one, we discussed about the risk management plan. In the risk management plan, we had like 4 different documents. One is the risk management plan that has the process for the risk management, and then the risk register, where we had first step is like analyze and prioritize. We went for the qualitative, and quantitative. In the qualitative, we have the risk matrix to analyze, and then in quantitative, we have like different things for sensitive tornado, Monte Carlo, and EMV. And then the risk response strategy, we have like positive risk, negative risk, and the positive risk, we have like options to exploit, enhance, and share. And if it is negative risk, we just try to avoid, mitigate, transfer, or accept and escalate if required. And out of risk response, we have like residual risk and secondary risk as a result of the risk response. And then we have the risk log, which is nothing but the issue log, where we report if there is any unplanned issue that occur. And then we have the risk report, which summarizes the response of the risk implementation and its lessons learning, all those things. And then we have the risk, which is nothing but the
probability versus impact, which has to come in the first step. And then risk tolerance plus risk attitude plus risk appetite plus risk matrix. All these are like a part of a stakeholder risk taking capacity. And then risk identification, where we have different options like expert judgment, focus group, workshop, project document, OPA, and EEF consultation for the risk identification. Then we have the risk breakdown structure to identify the source for the risk. And the next thing we have is like communication. Communication management plan, we have like 4 hours of communication. One is right info, right people, right time, and right impact. And the communication that has to happen between a sender and the receiver. The communication type can be like push, pull, and interactive. All these things are from the receiver side. And then communication need is sensitive. It can be political awareness or cultural background. So based on this, the communication has to happen. And different modes of communication is either we can have it in a virtual way, written, or face-to-face. And communication channels is calculated based on like n into n minus 1 by 2. And we have the emotional intelligence during the communication, which is different types like knowing yourself, self-management, social skills, empathy, and motivation. So on the communication, we have like different types of theory. One is Maslow's hierarchy needs, where we deal with physiological safety, belonging, esteem, or a self-actualization. And then Herzberg theory, which talks more about hygiene and motivational. And then theory of X and Y, which is like a dictatorship, which is believer. This is continuous monitoring. And then good environment providing, which is theory Y. And going down, can you
You
scroll?
missed McClelland theory. It talks about achievement, and power.
Yes, achievement, affiliation, and power. It is based on those things. And then
We identify conflict.
Conflicts under communication, that starts with the team charter, social contract, and working agreement. Then how the conflicts to be handled, we have like different levels. One is level 1, problem to be solved, like that happens within the team. And level 2, like disagreement and language, where the PM will do the due diligence. And level 3 is like it's like a contest where one has to win and other has to lose. And PM tries to de-escalate in this kind of situation. And in level 4, it is like a crusade, flight or fight. It's like group thinking, blaming the groups. And level 5 is like
World War.
A world war.
World War. Sorry.
Yeah, that's fine. World war. That's kind of abusive or physical, or a PM has to intervene and keep them separated. And the next topic is procurement.
Procurement.
Yeah. Anyone else want to take over this? Okay, I can continue. In procurement, we do basically 2 different types of procurement. One is direct, another one is open competitive. In direct procurement, we select the seller either in a single source or through sole source. And in open competitive, we analyze different attributes of the sellers, like seller's experience, commitment, everything. And then it's like PSOW, where we create a statement of work which has details of scope, specification, quality, nature of work, timeline, everything that comes under SOW, which explain things to the seller. And then we have the contract types, different types of contract, which is fixed price, cost reimbursable, and time and travel. In fixed price, we have firm fixed price, incentive, award fee, and economic price adjustment. In cost reimbursable, we have like the cost reimbursable incentive, CP award fees, and CP percentage cost. And time and material, where the payment made by hourly or monthly basis, plus the cost of material. And then in procurement strategy, we document where we have the types of bidding,
type of delivery and type of contract, and with when, whom, and what, and how. So all these things are detailed in the procurement strategy. And in the next phase is like the agreement between the buyer and the seller, and okay, that has to come after the bidders conference, evaluation, and then final step is the agreement. The next is maintenance and control phase, where we accept and close the procurement, or we go after for rejection and conflicts. When there is a conflict, we go for different phases of conflict, like negotiation, mitigation, arbitration, and litigation. This is procurement management plan. Then we started with the quality. We was not able to complete it. Quality is like internal and external standards. We need to follow those standards for proper quality. And then the cost of qualities depends on the cost of conformance and cost of non-conformance activity. And then tools we used in qualities like QMP and KPI. And we cannot continue after this. Our time was done.
Okay.
So this is
That's okay.
team 2.
Okay, Pratap, good. Okay, team 1, the team which I loved most. I went most to your group. Where is team 1? Ahmad, Manju.
We didn't realize that you came to our group.
I did came to your group. I was only coming to your group. You saw you making, then went back. The team 1 knows very well I was in their group. Right, Hamad, Manju, Amir, Jafran, Akil, and Salman?
Yes.
I was in your group, na?
Yes.
Okay, then share the screen. I love everyone here. All of you are my students. But they know the reason why I love them more. They were not, for the first 8 minutes, they were not starting it. Then I made sure I stayed there, make them start. Okay, please. Manju, go ahead. Yes, Manju, please share. Start explaining it. Manju, I cannot hear you, brother. Manju, I cannot hear you. Yeah, now you are audible.
Yeah. So let's start with the need.
Yeah.
So looking at the mind map of other teams, sir, we have not connected all the
Okay,
different...
whatever you do, that's okay. That's your thing. Go ahead. This is your mind map.
Start with the data analysis, the business case, and the benefit management plan. Under that, we have process gaps, process groups. We have initiating, planning, execution, monitoring, and control, and closing. Initiating, you have the project charter, assumption log, and stakeholder register. PMP, you have 33 documents in this planning phase and 18 plans. So types of organization, functional, project-oriented, matrix, big, strong, and balanced. And types of projects, predictive, plan-based waterfall, fixed scope, and single delivery. Agile, adaptive, flexible scope, flexible delivery. In Agile, we have 4 values, 12 principles, 3 roles, 3 artifacts, 5 ceremonies, 3 checklists. And within the Agile, different methodologies like Scrum, Kanban, TDD, extreme programming. And info radiators in Agile, we have the burn down chart, burn up, Kanban, and task board. So the other types are iterative, where flexible scope and single delivery, incremental, fixed scope, and flexible delivery, and we have hybrid, which is a combination of predictive and agile. So anybody wants to take up stakeholder?
Yeah, I can take that up. So, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, is it visible?
Yes, it is.
It is.
So, for stakeholders, we start with identification of the stakeholders. That may be done through expert judgment, focus groups, workshops, organization performance sets, or environmental factors. And then we go over to forming the stakeholder register. Then we categorize or analyze these stakeholders. So this can be done through the power interest matrix, wherein we have the high power, high interest,
where we manage those stakeholders closely. If it is high power, low interest, then we keep them satisfied, such as in the case of government agencies. In case of low power, high interest, then we keep them informed, such as in the case of media or competitors. Then low power, low interest, we monitor them closely, but there's no other interaction required here. So there's such as kitchen staff, security, housekeeping, etc. Then we also have the salience model as well as the stakeholder cube, which are also analysis techniques. Then we move over to stakeholder engagement matrix. So the stakeholder could be either of these, and can fall under either of these areas in the matrix. He or she could be unaware, resistive, neutral, supportive, or leading. Moving on to communication, we have the communication plan that we start off with, and then the 4 R's. That is the right to information at the right time, and then all of those come to the making the right impact. Then who, why, when, and how. So who needs to be informed, why we inform them, when is it the right time to inform them, and how this information will be passed on to them. Then we have the modes: push, pull, interactive, etc. And then we have the communication amongst the teams, which will be virtual or co-located. And we also have, as part of co-located, we have the osmotic. Then we have information radiators, and finally the configuration of number of communication channels which are required, and multiplied by n-1 divided by 2. So then we come to teams. The team charter. First, we start off with the ground rules for setting up the team, then the vision and the values of the team. And then we have the leadership qualities when leading a team, which is emotional intelligence at the core, self-awareness, self-management, social skills, empathy, and then motivating the team. So we have theories of motivation, which is Maslow's hierarchy, Herzberg, McLennan's Theory X, Theory Y, and Halo effect. And then the Tuckman's ladder, which is the stages of team development: forming, storming, norming, performing, adjourning. And then under each stage, the PM takes a slightly different stance. When the team is forming, he's more directive. When it's storming, he's more of a coach. When it's in the norming stage, the PM takes the role of a mentor. And when it's performing, he's delegating. And finally, when it's adjourning, he's supporting for closeout. Types of leadership: there's servant leadership, charismatic leadership, autocratic, and laissez-faire leadership. And finally, conflict management, the problem to solve: disagreement, contest, crusade, and world war. Crusade, fight or flight, and world war. In case of a problem to solve, the language is open. The PM does not need to interfere necessarily. In case of a disagreement, the PM has to step in, and he has to de-escalate the situation, where the language used is like, I don't like you and you're wrong. When it becomes a contest, for me to win, you have to lose, then the PM sets a vision and tries to de-escalate there as well. And when it is crusade, fight, or flight, there's group think which is occurring, so diplomacy is required. Finally, in case of a world war situation, language is offensive, and therefore the team needs to be separated, and the PM needs to consult each of the warring parties separately. Anyone else would like to take up? Ahmad sir?
Carry and Amir Sahib, it is almost done, I believe. Very little is remaining. Cost, I believe.
Yeah, risk is also.
Okay. All right. So we'll start from the risk. For the risk, the first there will be a risk management plan. It will be having the guidelines to deal with the risk. Then we have a risk register, where we distribute the risk into the qualitative and quantitative analysis. In the qualitative analysis, we have the matrix. Risk is equal to probability into index. Qualitatively, we categorize the risk as very low, medium, high, and very high. In the quantitative analysis, we have the Monte Carlo analysis, sensitivity, tornado, and EMV, expected monetary value, and the decision tree, and the network influence diagram. Then we have a risk report, downside, and we also have an issue log under the risk. So the risk can be positive or negative. Under the negative, we either avoid the risk, we mitigate the risk, or we transfer the risk. Under a positive risk response strategy, we either exploit the risk, enhance the risk, or share the risk, or ultimately we accept the risk.
That's all we could do, sir.
That's all.
Okay, good guys, very well done.
Thank you.
So I hope you enjoyed the mind map activity. The reason I love this mind map activity is that you get the revision of an entire PMP, right? You get the revision of entire PMP in the minimum possible time. So that is one of the things that is most important here. Okay, so guys, tomorrow, revise PMP booklet, complete your assignment. We are going to do 180 question answers. 180 question answers. And they will be very difficult. Kalpana, do 180 mock before coming to the class, and then one you will do in the class. Okay, 2 mocks. Yeah. Okay. So thank you very much, guys. See you tomorrow. Same time, same link. Bring your questions. Assalamu alaikum. Namaste. Sasriyakal. Good morning. Good night. I am giving you 2 hours before the class. So go and complete it. Complete your topics. When you say you don't have time, these 2 hours were supposed to be with me. Okay. Chale. Bye-bye. So these are my students who have enrolled in our program. If you really want to become PMP like them, join us. And in the next program, you will be becoming PMP. Bye-bye, guys.
I would have not been able to clear the exam if Amir Ali would have not been there. I would have not been.
I did not believe that I will be able to clear my PMP within a month.
I don't know what to say actually, like I'm kind of like really
I got my results and I was above target in all 3 categories.
Wow.